Hey there, welcome to Synth Seeker. My name's Luke. Another production log. It's been a week. I've spent most of the week basically going through recreating a few key patches that I misplaced. Working today in Ableton. I've basically got the synths that I want to use set up in their tracks. We've got some little Nord leads. Again. 2 leads just with very different timbres. I'm feeling kind of prog rocky today. So this is the Cobalt 8, which I am still exploring as far as I haven't owned it that long. I've been finding that it's really nice actually for these sort of like almost 80s-esque sort of Stratocaster, strike a chord and let it run, let the effects play with it. So that's where we're going to be with that today. Out in the Nord Wave. I'm a sucker for hammered dulcimers. This may or may not stay, but it's there for a texture. We've got the Iridium doing just weird. I don't know who built this patch, but I'm going to guess it was Richard Devine. This is one of the presets on the Iridium. Yeah. Who built this? This preset is called Field Spans, and it was Richard Devine, of course. That's just going to be accents. On the Subsequent, I've got my LFO dual mode sort of textured thing that I featured a couple weeks ago in some videos. I'm going to be working in 6 today, 6/8. So I want that galloping sort of da 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 da. And that is Subsequent 37, and it's basically in dual mode. I've got 2 LFOs syncopated, opening the filter in a sort of in this galloping sort of feel, and that's running through a shimmer reverb that puts that high sort of pad feel behind it. Going to use that as a sort of da 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 sort of thing in the background. I've got my favorite bass. And I'm also threw some keys in. When I'm working, trying to work out harmonies and melodies, having a piano is just useful. And that's it. So that's the set of things. No rhythm right now. And I'm just going to basically noodle and then capture. I'm going to let Ableton just capture what I'm doing in the capture buffer. I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, I'm going to record a loop now, or I'm going to record 4 bars now, or I'm going to record 16 bars now. I'm just not going to do that. I am going to just play and then capture that, let it be captured, and review it in segments and see what I can find. Okay. All right, let's go mine that. All right, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to dig through this clip and sort of separate out some of the segments that I feel move me. Anyway, let's take a break. Okay, we're back. So this was the original So I basically just noodled around. Found a patch that I liked, a little rhythmic delay going on, and I just played, right? Ableton's got a nice capture feature where you don't have to hit record and specifically record in loops. You can just play and it's listening all the time and sort of buffering what you're doing. And it takes a lot of the pressure off. If you're one of those people who's, you get the jitters when you actually hit record, or you find yourself flubbing up a lot when you hit record, don't hit record. Basically just play, just jam out on your own. And then click this little button up in the corner here, capture, right? And that'll just make a clip with everything that's in its buffer. I'm not sure how it determines how long that buffer should be, because sometimes it's pretty short. I think after a certain amount of time of not playing anything, it sort of clears it out. But just, I played for a few minutes, captured it all into a clip, and then I went through and started highlighting segments, right? Because you could see where I'm like doing things that are sort of in a vein, like this is a pattern, this is a pattern here, right? This is another pattern here. And I just started pulling this stuff out into clips, cleaning them up a little bit timing wise, a weird note here or there that I'm not a fan of, and basically created a whole bunch of clips in a related vein, all playing against this thing. So let's just sort of go through these clips and audition what we've got here, and I'm just going to get a feel for them as we go through and then start thinking about what I want to layer on top of them. So here's the first one. And then I've got this tail at the end, but let's see. This is the second one I pulled out. Some are shorter than others. Third. Right, and these could be parts, A, B, C, or, whatever, or end up getting layered or merged. The fourth clip. Fifth. And they're all related, right? I was jamming out in a key in a particular vein that I was feeling. Almost at the end here. This was sort of a run that I was doing. This might end up being a lead part or a counterpoint, and I may pull the delay off it because it's a little excessive. And that's that. So that's how I kind of work, right? I just play and, find a sound that moves me and then play it. Play for a while, go through different veins, whatever, but I capture it all and then start going through it, reviewing pieces, segments, pulling out clips, cleaning them up, and generating the foundation for whatever this piece is, right? So now I'm going to go take these. The original can go away. I'm going to take these and start layering a few things on top of them, right? And start seeing what works for me. But I think that's enough for the production log for today. If that works for you, give it a shot. If you're not using Ableton, you're using something else, just hit record, turn off the metronome, and, don't pay attention to the fact that you're recording, right? And then just play for a bit. You might have to work a little bit to get everything in sync or back on the grid if you work that way. But I highly recommend it. Give it a shot. Hey, as always, you've been watching Synth Seeker Production Logs. Talk to you later.